Thank you, everyone. I asked my family for some advice on what I might say in 90 seconds tonight. And the best suggestion perhaps came from my 7-year-old daughter who said, Mommy, just get up there and say, hello, how are you people? Thank you and goodbye. Well, with my apologies to the governor, I hope you turned on the PVR. I'm going to say a little bit more. What I'm going to say might seem truisms, but I think they bear repeating. And the first thing is, this is hard work. It's very hard work. It doesn't fall into the category of box checking or crossing off on a to-do list. It doesn't fall into the job description of just one person. We have a long way to go. We've come a long way, but we still have a long journey ahead of us. And if we're going to make a real difference, all of us, every single person in this room, needs to own where we are today and make it our priority to make the real change we need. Now, in that video, I mentioned an event that had happened at Dentons not long ago, where I looked around and I observed an incredibly diverse group of people. And it was actually a party. And I have to tell you, having that diversity made that party so much better than the old parties I used to go to when everybody kind of looked the same. But more importantly, that incredibly diverse group has enhanced the way we interact with one another, the experience at the office every day, and the effectiveness and creativity of the team. And who wouldn't want that? So how did we get there? Well, there were 3 key things: open-mindedness, resilience, and believe me, there's been a lot of that along the way, especially on those really challenging days, which I'm sure we've all had. The ones where you're spinning your wheels, having that same conversation about, yes, we actually have a problem. Can we just acknowledge we have a problem and move on and deal with it? And as I said not long ago, all you want to do is go home and eat scrambled eggs with your kids. Those days, that resilience is so critical. But above all, we need to persevere. If nothing else, we need to persevere. And, I never imagined in my life that I would ever quote Newt Gingrich. But when you get it right, you get it right. And he said, perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. And really, that's what it's all about. So I am exceedingly lucky to be surrounded by so many people who believe in the importance of the hard work. And I have to take a moment to thank some, a lot of them. In particular, I'd like to thank my mentor, sponsor, champion, and above all, my friend, Chris Pinnington, our Canada Region CEO, without whose open-mindedness, resiliency, and perseverance, I wouldn't be standing here. My colleagues and friends, Kara Sutherland and Gillian Short, my rocks off the coast of the Rock, they know what I mean. My new partners and friends from our Chicago office and our global CEO, who I actually think lives on Star Alliance Airlines. I don't really know where he is. I think it's generally in the air. Who are here to troop the Dentons color and show that Dentons Canada's commitment to diversity and inclusion is reflective of the Dentons commitment globally to diversity and inclusion. I would also like to acknowledge, and I know many are here because it's important work, my friends in the legal community, many of whom are here with us and are doing extraordinary things, including putting competitive differences aside, which is very difficult to do, to work together and make real and meaningful change in the profession. My nominators, Michael Bach and Manju Jessa, the world's greatest spin doctors who somehow managed to convince someone important that I should be up here, so thank you both. And finally, 3 critical people, and then I'll be done, Governor, don't panic. My mother, Susan Savage, some of you may have heard of her, she might have given you a hard time, some people out there. She couldn't be here, she's on the trip of a lifetime in China, but I've learned that she blazed trails in her working life that were really a relative Amazonian rainforest to what I've had to cope with. My brother Jonathan, who is somewhere out there, I think he's right there, who taught me about resiliency in the only way an older brother can. And lastly, but not leastly, my tolerant, patient, and most of all, good-humored spouse, John Smith. Yes, that is his name. And the best part is his mother has no idea why it's funny. Without Sean, the laundry would never get done, the bills would never get paid, and it would not have two extraordinary little girls who, at the end of the day, make all the hard work worth it. Thank you.